Hello and welcome to Planet Zoo. So there's some exciting news today, a new DLC announcement. The Arid Animal Pack is coming to us on 20th of June, and this is going to bring 8 brand new animals from the world's dunes, deserts and dusty plains. This will follow the format that we're used to for the animal packs, so 7 brand new habitat species and 1 new exhibit. The trailer for the new pack has just dropped, so let's dive in and take a look. So from the trailer, we've got a sneak peek at some of the new animals we'll be seeing very soon. First up is the dromedary camel. Now, I had a suspicion we'd be seeing a dromedary camel at some point, way back when the Africa pack released. You may remember, buried within the new scenery pieces with that pack, we had this camel wool piece, but no camel included with that pack. So why have a new scenery piece that includes camels, but no actual camel? Well, now we know, dromedary camel is on its way. Dromedary camel, also known as the Arabian camel, is native to the Arabian Peninsula, but also found in North Africa and parts of South Asia. They've evolved to survive the harsh conditions of the desert, with a distinctive single hump on their back made up of fat stores to help them store energy. They're made to survive long periods without water, thanks to how their kidneys work, and they have other features like large, tough foot pads to walk on sand without burning their feet. These new camels will come with a brand new interactive feature in the game, so they're able to spit. Definitely looking forward to see what they do with that then. Apparently, if your guests get too close, the camel will attempt or successfully spit on the guests. And yeah, you know I'm going to be making habitats that have them doing that all the time. Just too funny not to. Anyway, that's the new camel. Very exciting to have another of these species in the zoo. Next animal we get a peek of in the trailer is the addax. Addax, also known as the white antelope or screwhorn antelope, is native to the Sahara Desert and other arid regions in North Africa. It's a medium-sized antelope, with the main feature being these tightly spiraled horns that can reach 1 meter in length. So they're not playing around with those, are they? Addax is another creature well adapted to living in harsh conditions. It's got a pale sandy or white coat helping to reflect sunlight and reduce heat absorption. And they have big splayed hooves that help them walk in the sand without sinking into it. In real life, the addax is critically endangered, with fewer than 100 individuals believed to be left living in the wild. I'm expecting that to translate into Planet Zoo gameplay, so they may be a little harder to breed and less availability on the trade market. Next animal up in the trailer, we've got the African crested porcupine. This is native to sub-Saharan Africa, but also found in various regions across Africa. It's one of the largest species of porcupine, growing up to 2.5 feet. That's excluding the tail, which can also add an additional 8 to 12 inches, so expect this to be one of the largest small animals in the zoo. The porcupine is covered in these sharp quill-like spines that can be raised when it feels threatened, and I'm really hoping to see some of that behaviour added for them in Planet Zoo. Also to note, the porcupines are burrowing animals, and in the wild they will dig extensive burrowing systems as protection against predators and of course a place to survive in the harsh weather conditions. I'm guessing this means they'll be able to use the in-game large burrow in their habitats. That's all we get to see of the new animals in the trailer, but Frontier has kindly sent me a list of the other new animals that will be introduced in the pack, so let's run through those not featured in the trailer too. First up, the dama gazelle. Dama gazelle, also known as the Arid gazelle, this is a critically endangered species of antelope found in the Sahara region of Africa. To me, they look similar to the springbok and the Thompson's gazelle, so I'm expecting similar habitat requirements for them. Interesting feature of the dama, they are extremely good at leaping and can jump up to 3 meters high and cover distances of about 9 meters in a single bound. So, similar to the wallaby, expect requirements for high boundary walls to keep these from escaping your enclosures. Next new animal is the Somali wild ass. And yes, I do feel a little uncomfortable saying ass so freely on YouTube, but hey ho, here we go. The Somali wild ass is a subspecies of the African wild ass, so I do wonder why they didn't just go with the African wild ass. I'm sure there's reasons for that. Anyway, Somali wild ass is found in Somalia, as you'd expect. They're also found in areas around the Red Sea and Ethiopia. They're also another critically endangered species, with likely fewer than 1,000 animals left in the wild. Looks-wise, they're similar to how I see the plain zebra looking in shape, so a rather stocky build, but a much lighter complexion, and the stripes seem to be limited to the legs, compared to the plain zebra that has the stripes all over. Honestly, I'm very happy with the addition of an ass, and I can't wait to see how they look in the game. Next animal to introduce is a big one. It's a black rhino. More rhinos are always a welcome addition to Planet Zoo in my opinion. The black rhino is native to southern and eastern Africa, and it's apparently a bit smaller than the southern white rhinoceros that we already have in the game, so will be interesting to see just how much smaller the black rhino will be. Coloration wise, despite the name, black rhinos aren't entirely black. They can have greyish brown colorations, so I think we'll be seeing some colour morph variations for this species. Next up we have the sand cat, also known as the sand dune cat or the desert cat. Now this I can't wait to see. Just look at it. It's a tiny cat. Apparently it's the size of a domestic cat, and it is so cute. I'm just super excited to build a habitat for this one. Like the dromedary camel, these little cats are found in the Arabian Desert, but they're also found in North Africa and Central Asia. They're built for surviving a harsh desert environment with thick fur for insulation, and that includes fur on their feet apparently to protect them from the hot sand. The fur coloration is brown and sandy colours to help them blend in with the environment, but that can vary per cat, so prepare for colour morphs from this animal too. Something else interesting about the sand cat, their territory can span several miles, so even though they're a small animal, I'm preparing for the habitat space requirements to come up quite large. That will be challenging, figuring out a way to accommodate their space without jeopardising the guest's view of them, so something to think about there. Sandcats are also known for their elusive nature, so I'm certain that means they're going to be nervous around guests, so certainly need to think about the stress considerations when building a habitat for them. The last new species we'll be seeing with the new Arid Animal Pack is an exhibit species. This is the desert horned viper. This is a venomous snake found in the deserts of North Africa and the Middle East. It has a distinct appearance with its horn-like scales above each eye, which is clearly where the name comes from. It can reach lengths of about 2 or 3 feet, so I think that's on the smaller side of the snakes we've seen in Planet Zoo so far. I'm not expecting much variation from the layout of the exhibit box for this one from what we already have for the desert snakes in the game, but they're certainly going to look unique with those little horns above their eyes there, aren't they? That's all the new animals coming to the game with the addition of the Arid Animal Pack on the 20th of June. I can't wait to get stuck in and create some awesome desert habitats for them all. The last time I created a desert zoo was with the introduction of the Africa Pack, and I really enjoyed working with the scenery pieces to create a desert oasis environment for that one. So chances are I'll be doing something similar to showcase these new animals. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you in the next video.